Oh, thank you for the kissies. Thank you, baby. Merry Christmas to you. I love you. Do you love me too? Hi, you guys, and welcome back to another day of Vlogmas. Today is going to be a long talking video. I wanted to share my top Christmas movies with you that are streaming on Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus, and Prime Video. I also want to share some Christmas playlists with you guys that I'm really enjoying this year and that I think you guys will like them too. All right, so let's get to it because there is a lot. First, I'm going to start off with Prime Videos because it is my shortest list. First up on Prime Videos, we have The Spirit of Christmas. This is about a realtor who's trying to sell this home in around Christmas time, and there is a spirit living there that shows up for 12 days of Christmas, and he tries to spook her and get her out of there, but they soon realize that she needs to solve his mystery of how he died in order for his spirit to be released. This movie was super cute. I watched it one year and I forgot about it for many years and forgot where it was streaming on, so I found it again on Prime Video and I really enjoyed watching it again. I probably watch it like every year now. So that is my number one for Prime Videos. Also on Prime Videos, we have the 12 Dates of Christmas, and this is about a girl who goes on a date Christmas Eve and then somehow keeps reliving the same day for 12 days. So she has the opportunity to find love, and it's just about her journey of the 12 dates that she gets to relive. Next up, we have Die Hard, which is an action film, but it takes place during Christmas, so I believe it is a Christmas film. It is playing with ads on Prime Video, but if you don't mind watching a few ads, then go ahead and watch it. If it's something you really want to watch and you can't find it streaming anywhere, if you don't have the DVD, it's on Prime. All right, and lastly, for a Christmas cooking or baking show, the Christmas cookie matchup that is streaming on Prime. Okay, and those are my picks for Prime Videos. All right, and next up we do have Disney Plus. I love Disney Plus so much. They have some fun content. For Christmas, they don't have too many options, but my number one top favorite is Noelle. Noelle is the daughter of Santa Claus, and she's trying to help her brother become the next Santa Claus, and it's just about her journey of trying to help him. But then when she tries to help him, she also encourages him to take a little break to relax, a mini vacation, but he then disappears and she has to go look for him in Arizona. And so it is so fun watching her journey of being in the real world and being as jolly as she is. She tries to spread Christmas cheer, and she hires a private investigator to help her find her brother, and it has a very sweet ending. I love all the costumes. I love where it takes place. The whole Santa Claus North Pole area is so cute, the way they designed it, decorated it. It's just directed really well, and I really enjoy watching that movie every single year. Nightmare Before Christmas is also on Disney Plus. This is a classic Christmas movie. I know many people may think it's a Halloween movie, and yes, you could technically start watching it around Halloween time, but I think it is a Christmas movie, and it's just a little bit more darker because it is a Tim Burton film, but I like watching it. I think a lot of people also use Jack Skellington for their Christmas decorations, so it's always fun to watch this movie. It's an older film, it is a musical, and it's just a classic that a lot of people reference to. Another movie we have is Home Alone. This movie is just referenced so much. So happy this is on Disney Plus, because if you ever just want to go back and watch it, maybe you watched it as a child and you haven't watched it as an adult, you could go back and watch it. I recently done that and I still really enjoyed it. There is a new adaptation that just came out. I have not watched that one yet because I was not very interested in it, but watching the original classic Home Alone, I believe even the second one is really interesting. I haven't watched that one in a while though, but go watch Home Alone, the original one. Lastly, we have Godmothered. So this is another movie that's actually centered around the fairy tale of godmothers, but it takes place during Christmas time. So I would like to squeeze it in as a Christmas movie. It's a very cute story. It's about a godmother in training when people no longer need godmothers or no longer believe in them. She takes that opportunity to go and try to find someone who will make people believe in godmothers again so they can continue to be fairy godmothers to all the little girls and little boys that believe in them. Okay, and that is it for Disney Plus. Those are just some of my favorites. I think they also have some baking shows on there, but those are my top favorite. Next up, we have Hulu. Hulu is streaming some Christmas movies and some Christmas shows. One that I really enjoy watching is The Holiday. This one I watch all the time. I think we started watching this one really early in like November. It is about two women who are living very different lives, but they both find themselves in some man trouble, and they're just looking for a chance to escape. One of the ladies is based out of LA and the other lady is based out of a small village in England, and this is completely different for each one of them. So they try it because they just want to get out of the area and just take this holiday season and just refine themselves, to get away from the men, to get away from their worries of work. It's a super cute story. It has a lot of fun characters in it, and I love each and every one of the characters that they show. Even the little old man, he is my favorite, and I highly recommend watching this movie. If you haven't already, or if you haven't watched it in a while, go ahead, and it is streaming on Hulu. Next up, we have Same Time Next Christmas, and this is about a family who goes to Hawaii Resort for Christmas every single year, and they've been doing this as a tradition since they were young. And they meet up, and there's always the same families that go there that do this for tradition as well. The main character, who's played by Lea Michele, has sparks fly with a love interest, but she's also already engaged, so things get a little complicated, but it's a really cute movie, and the ending is so worth watching. So I highly recommend this one as well. And for Christmas baking shows, we have the Great American Baking Show Holiday Edition. I love me some baking shows, competitive shows. They're so fun to watch. I always put them on in the background while I'm baking. I think it's really encouraging. I love watching all the creations, all the different recipes they make, and I get inspired by them while I'm baking. I also did want to mention on Hulu, there is a section that is called Holiday Episodes, and it takes all the holiday episodes from your favorite shows like How I Met Your Mother, Bob's Burgers, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Saturday Night Live, Superstore, Modern Family, Blackish, and Fresh Off the Boat. It has all the Christmas episodes from those shows. So if you had a favorite Christmas episode you did like, or you've gone through and watched the show already once or twice, but you just want to watch a Christmas edition one, they have the episodes already in a playlist for you to watch, and I thought that was very neat. Next up, we have our long list, which is Netflix. Netflix is pumping out the holiday movies. Like, they are trying to compete with Hallmark, no lie. They know everyone is already streaming their movies, and it's so hard to watch Hallmark movies if you don't have cable. So they are definitely taking advantage of this. They're definitely taking advantage of all the women and men who love rom-coms, and they are just coming out with some great Christmas movies. So first up, we have Love Hard. This is actually a new movie this year. So Love Hard is about a girl named Natalie who has been dating on the app scene lately, and but when she decides to go visit this perfect match that she has been vibing with and getting along with, she goes to visit him for the Christmas season only to find out that she has been catfished. The movie has a few funny moments, and I think it is slightly original. I have not seen a Christmas movie that's like this, so I thought it was funny, and I really enjoyed it, and I think you guys will too. This is the third installment of the Princess Switch franchise with Vanessa Hudgens, where she plays not one, not two, but three separate roles. She does have an English accent in two of the roles, which you could find a little bit over-exaggerated and not really natural. I definitely watched the first and second one and enjoyed them. The third one, not so much. I think I'm kind of just over like seeing her play the same roles. But I definitely would recommend 1 and 2. Next up, we have the Christmas Chronicles 1 and 2. The Christmas Chronicles is about two siblings, and they are trying to capture evidence of Santa Claus, and in doing so, something goes wrong, and they actually end up having to help Santa Claus save Christmas. The second one, they also have to save Christmas, but Santa specifically seeks out their help. I love this one. This is a really good family movie, and my niece actually recommended it to me, and I just love watching them now. Next up, we have A California Christmas. This is when a businessman poses as ranch help to help manipulate this girl who's trying to save her ranch into selling. Of course, he wants their property, and she's going to foreclose soon if she can't get the help needed or just make ends meet. And so it is just her and her sister. And then her mother is ill as well. So she's trying to make ends meet. This businessman comes along and tries to get her to sell. And but when he is posing as the ranch help, he sees of her story and what she's trying to do. And I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was cute, so I thought I would mention it. And you guys will have to watch the rest to find out what happens. Another one is Operation Christmas Drop Off. I really like this one. This is when a politician's assistant is sent to a military base to help decide if they should close the military base or not. When the captain shows the assistant exactly what Operation Christmas is, this is actually when they go and drop off Christmas presents, gifts, but also supplies, medical supplies, food, drinking water to all the small islands around the base. In her time there, she sees that what they are is doing really good, very helpful to the locals, and it's just about her story, and she kind of maybe might have a thing for the captain. I don't know, watch it. I think you'll like it. Another one that I thought was super funny is called The Holiday. This is about a girl who hires someone to go on holiday events with her, so she doesn't need to explain herself being alone for the holidays to her family. This is kind of like her desperation to avoid scrutiny from the family, and so she hires a man, and they go on not only Christmas dates together, but every event throughout the whole year. They go on their holiday, and it's super cute. I really enjoyed watching it. It's funny because I'm sure some people can relate about the scrutiny from family and having them question your relationship status, and just trying to encourage you to be with someone for the holidays, but it's perfectly fine being by yourself and watching your movies and sipping your hot cocoa and buying yourself some gifts. So I really encourage you guys to watch that one. I enjoyed it. It is not family friendly. I would say definitely for a more mature audience. Next up, we have the holiday calendar. This is when a photographer is gifted an antique advent calendar, which seems to predict her future in her days leading up to Christmas. She also finds herself in a little bit of a romance between an old friend and a new guy. Holiday baking shows, we have the Great British Baking Show Holidays, we have Sugar Rush Christmas Edition, and Nailed It Holiday Edition. All right, you guys, that wraps it up for movies. Now I just want to share some playlists that I enjoy listening to during Christmas time. These are on Spotify. You can find them there. If you don't have premium Spotify, you'll just hear some ads, but you can still listen to all of these playlists. So first up, we have the Electronic Christmas by Spotify. I really enjoy this playlist because it's upbeat. If I were to have a party or any kind of function going on, I would totally have this playing in the background. You can't even tell it's Christmas music sometimes, but sometimes they do have some mixes of the old classic Christmas music, and I really enjoy it. And it's a good change of pace from listening to the same old Christmas songs that they always play on the radio. We also have Soulful Christmas. This is a Spotify playlist, and Gospel Christmas. I love me some gospel music with the choirs and with everything going on, like the organ, piano, all the instruments, everything. Gospel Christmas is always a good thing if you're looking for a good Christian playlist too. That's something a little bit more upbeat, fun, different from your normal Christian Christmas playlist. Speaking of gospel, I have on here the album Merry Christmas by Mother Christmas herself, Mariah Carey. This is always a must listen to during Christmas time. She is just the queen of Christmas for a reason. This album is so good. She does a lot of like classic Christmas songs, but like gospel style, and just listening to the lyrics of the songs and her adaptation of all of these songs is amazing. Lastly, I have on here is La Posada. This is a Spanish playlist. This is for anyone who loves mariachi style music. I really enjoy this. They have a lot of classic Christmas songs, but that are just in Spanish, but they also have a lot of originals, and I think it's just a fun mix of different kind of music. If you're just so tired of listening to the same old songs they're playing in the mall, at the stores, on the radio, I would highly recommend listening to any of these playlists on Spotify. And there's so much music out there. You could always find something that's for you. All right, you guys, those are my top movies that I would recommend that are streaming. Also my top music playlists that are streaming on Spotify. I hope you guys watch some of these if you haven't already. I hope I introduced you guys to some new movies, and let me know if there's any that I missed or any that you'd recommend for me to watch. Thank you so much for watching again another day of Vlogmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys next time.